in terms of self-scouting, what were some of the things that you feel like you identified this week that you'd like to correct moving forward?
Yeah, the things that obviously internally the self-scout from what we do, I'm not going to speak on those, but fundamentally we just want to get better as a football team. We just want to get better as a football team. Really worked on fundamentals. We had a team tackling circuit, we had a team ball security circuit, and really that was offense and defense. That was to emphasize, ball security on defense just as much as offense. Emphasize tackling because so much carries over with tackling and blocking, and to watch guys do it because it involves in special teams. So going back to the roots of the basics. You always talk about reset, and we always talk about recommitting to your why and recommitting to the process, but why do that after a loss when you do that after a win and when you're on a bye week? So we just focused on getting better offensively, really focused on the drops, wanted to attack that, creating competition in the receiver room, and really working on the fundamentals of how to catch the football and doing that at a high level and making that a priority, whether that's ball placement by the quarterback and hand placement by the receiver or tight end and wherever's catching the football. Defensively, continue to emphasize tackling and being physical and hand placement and eyes. We know this week's going to be a great challenge with us, with their offense and shifts and motions and formations. You got to be great with your eye discipline. So, those are things we worked on, a special team being the best tackling special teams in the country, working on doing that and continuing to do that at a high level.
Like Gio, Hogan, and Zeke, and maybe even Jair if he was banged up at the end of the last game. Did they get a chance to get healthier, and do you expect to have all of them?
Yeah, I feel really good about where we are. We wanted to. That was the number one goal this week, is to get guys healthy, get guys back. I feel like Gio's in a good place. I feel like Brady's in a good place. Hogan's in a good place. We'll see how he's doing as we go through the week, because it's all, I don't ever predict it, but I feel like we're trending in the right direction with all those guys, and the same with Jair.
And following up on Anthony's question about the receivers, do you see maybe a pathway to move up the depth chart for Marsh and Browder, given maybe some drop issues with some of the other wideouts?
I mean, there's always competition, so we're going to continue the competition through the week and see who the starters are by the end of the week.
Far right here, Dennis.
So that competition, obviously Morgan and Goodman have done some things to get in a spot.
Mm-hmm.
And, they dropped some. How was their bye weeks? And the guys that you mentioned, how were you? The mental and physical part when you're picking somebody, do these guys have a shorter leash? I mean, how are you looking at it?
Yeah, everybody's leash is the same. You got to go practice well. You got to go make plays in the passing game. You got to run block. You got to make plays in passing line. And you got to do that equally as good. So we'll just see by the end of the week who the best guys are. That's Channing, that's Fred, that's Andrew Marsh, that's Donovan McCullough, that's Maj, it's all those guys, Kendrick Bell. So we're gonna continue to see who has the best week and then go from there.
And what have you seen from Wisconsin's run defense?
Yeah, they're number one in the country. So they're stout, they're big and stout up front. They've got guys that have play a lot of football, and they got hard edges. They got a transfer from Louisville, number 22, who's really good pass rusher. They got another edge guy who we actually recruited, Sebastian Cheeks, number 15, who transferred from UNC, who was a linebacker that now's on the edge. They got two guys in the middle that are about 6'4", 235, stout run guys, and the safeties and corners all hit. It's a typical Mike Tressel defense. Plays physical, plays downhill. On normal downs, it's going to be open cover 4 quarters. Go to cover 3, play cover 1 on third down, and give you a whole bunch of different looks. So we've got to be sound and we've got to be able to go execute our game plan the way I think we can.